Racing is and has always been fundamentally about speed. More specifically, it's a never-ending quest to find more speed than your competition. The speed issue of RACER, on sale now, looks at the quest for more speed from cars and drivers, from Formula One to the land speed record. We begin with changes coming to Formula One in 2017 that will see current lap times tumble by as much as 5 seconds. F1 correspondent Mark Hughes takes a closer look at how the rule changes will encourage speed increases, and crucially, whether F1 needs more speed or more competition in answering the wrong question. Of course, having a fast car is important, but the most crucial element remains the driver behind the wheel. Red Bull Racing continues to place its faith in nurturing young talent, and have found two in Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen. F1 veteran writer Ed Straw examines how the team is managing the two young superstars to good effect in The Alpha Bull. It's a question that every race series around the world wrestles with at some point. How fast do we need to go? The Verizon IndyCar series and its predecessors have always used top speed as a differentiator. But as the series looks to its future, balancing safety and spectacle, RACER.com editor Mark Glendenning talks to drivers and officials to get their viewpoint in A Need for Speed? The 1972 Indianapolis 500 was a watershed moment in the never-ending quest for speed. That year, Bobby Unser's qualifying speed broke the record set the year before by a gobsmacking 17 miles per hour. Just on the cusp of 200 miles per hour, the sport had entered a new era. Robin Miller was there and writes about how it happened in Quantum Leap. Mark Glendenning returns to profile IndyCar Series driver James Hinchcliffe in Back to Front. The self-anointed mayor of Hinchtown is one of the sport's more personable and colorful characters, but he's also a fierce competitor who's come back from a near devastating crash to be at perhaps his best ever. NASCAR has always put the show ahead of technical innovation, but as Tom Jensen writes in Speed Limit, over the last few seasons, NASCAR has put a lot of emphasis on technical innovation to strike a balance between speed as a number and speed as an enabler of competition. When we talk about speed, the pioneers and practitioners of the land speed record are on a whole different level. George Tamayo writes about two men on the brink of land speed records approaching it from different perspectives. In Mission Destiny, we learn about Danny Thompson and the remarkable near 50-year journey begun by his father, the legendary Mickey Thompson, to set a wheel-driven land speed record. It's a story of passion and perseverance that may have no equal. On the other end of the spectrum is Richard Noble. As the leader of the team that holds the current absolute record of 768 miles per hour that broke the sound barrier, he returns with a new project, Bloodhound SSC, to see if it's possible to go 1,000 miles per hour on land in 800 miles per hour? That's the warm-up. If you still need more speed, there are stories on 11,000 horsepower funny cars, 700 horsepower off-road trucks, 600 horsepower rallycross cars, and more in the speed issue of RACER, on sale now at many Barnes & Noble stores or by subscribing at RACER.com.